When is ZBCN going to go parabolic? That's the main question that everyone, all the ZBCN, the Zebaceans, the Zebec army has in their own mind. It's not a whether of will, it's a whether of when for most people, which is bad. You always need to have a fallout in case you're wrong, but that's not what the video is about today. Today is about when will it go parabolic and how high can it go, at least on the first leg, at least on the first leg. So without further ado, what I want you to do is smoke and cook the like button, smash it, subscribe to this channel because you don't want to miss any of the videos make on real live trades. Let's go Zebec, ZBCN army, an update. What do you think about it? Let's take a look. What is the chart saying? Look, the chart is saying right now building, 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 building. We had this initial move over here. We all know what happened over here. Ever since then, we had this kind of correction. We all know nothing new over here. This correction formed almost a beautiful, a bit lopsided kind of a W, bottom type with a horizontal resistance at this level. Look, this was a beautiful horizontal resistance. You got halted here, you got halted here. Even this day gave some resistance to it. You had some confluence in the price over here in the past, and then the first time we actually broke above it and could have closed above it is where you wanted to be positioned. Now in our membership, we were positioned from the breakout of this area, and we doubled on the breakout of this area to have at least between a 15 to a 30% position size on the breakout. Okay, talked about this multiple times. I'm not even going to show this again because you know that I talk the talk and not I walk the walk. I don't just talk the talk multiple times in all the videos. So I just want to discuss what's happening right now. So from a standpoint of what's happening right now, and this is very important to understand, look, we had this area, as I said, this breakout area of the 45. Okay, you can see this is the 45 area. We had this breakout. Initially, you had a beautiful breakout, 30-something% move in like 3 days. Is it outrageous? No, but is it a start? Does it show interest? Yes. Now, what happened is with all this move high, which is a blessing all by itself, you had Bitcoin kind of giving some shenanigans, right? And because Bitcoin was giving shenanigans, and as you can see, if I put a vertical line over here, okay, just before we kind of corrected, Bitcoin went down because this is Bitcoin right now. If you don't understand, this is Bitcoin and this is still ZBCN, okay? But you can see Bitcoin started to move down over here, putting a lot of pressure on the market. Now, what happens to winners like ZBCN many times is when the main market leader, which is Bitcoin, has this type of correction like it had over here, then this corrects with it, but it remains within structure. And as you can see here, this breakout level that we broke out of, again, the 45 level was respected. Let me remove all the nonsense from here. Again, this very important 45 level was respected not only at the breakout level, but also as it was resistance. Now it turned support and we're on the way up. So these are very good things. Again, keep it simple. Keep it simple. As long as we're above this area, we're good. Okay. If we have any move below this because Bitcoin is breaking down, because something is happening, we don't know why. Okay. Then the alarm can be sound and we can think about why is this happening and whether this is an invalidation of the trade. Remember, as professional traders, we always invalidate, you always have invalidation part of the trades. By the way, smash and cook the like button. And also, what I want to do now is make sure that if this is something that's interesting you and you want to join, right? You want to join, you don't want to be, all by yourself doing this, you can join us at the Elite VIP or just regular VIP too. Doesn't really matter. Whatever you're going to choose, come. We salute you for coming. We will take you hand by hand. Make sure that you will never miss any ZBCN move in the future. And here you go, at 25% from me, a coupon code SummerSale25. Use it as a 25%. Let's get going and let's get back to the action. Okay, so if this maintains, that's it. That's what we need. Maintain above this level. We're good. We're happy, happy, happy campers. Okay, that's what we want. Now, another thing that we want besides remaining above this level is a build up. Okay, we want to be building something, whether it's here, okay, or whether it's a bit higher, that also can be if you just move higher to the last all-time highs and then build, this is the last all-time highs over here. It doesn't matter where, maybe in both, maybe you want to stair step your way out. The thing about the build zone, okay, whether it's here, whether it will be here, right, the stair stepping, that creates an imbalance between supply and demand, where the stair stepping out up, let's call it, what it does, it chips into the demand slowly but surely. Each stair you create, right, chips into the demand until at one point, probably very close to the all-time high, maybe a little above it, and then back down, and then we chip through all this, the remaining demand. Supply, all right, is just, sorry, you want to chip in the supply. Sorry, you want to chip in the supply. You want demand to chip into it, eat it bit like Pac-Man. Eat the supply, eat the supply, eat the supply, slowly but surely, slowly but surely, slowly but surely. And at one point, after you have that build up, you're stair stepping your way up. Things are like, will it move? Will it not move? You're chipping that supply. All of a sudden, bam, you get a supply shock, and just boom, everything, demand is overwhelming supply, and boom, what you get is a move up, 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 and higher and higher and higher. Now, how high? How high? That's the last question we're going to try and answer. Well, no one can really know, okay? No one can predict the future. No one, not even Nostradamus himself, could have predicted the future, ladies and gentlemen. But I can give you some price, areas where I'm looking at for me to kind of navigate, okay? So, well, first of all, I'm going to put a move from this move, the trough of this move to the peak of this move. You can see that, actually it's from the bottom here. We should do it a little bit higher, a little lower here, and then you put it to the lowest low over here. And if you measure just by this move that we are over here, because I know it's stupid, it's a stupid ass tactic, but it works. It does work. And what does it work? Doesn't really matter. It just works. From a standpoint of where is the first target, anywhere between this arrow and this first fib level, which is the 1 cent. So between the 9 and cents, between the like 90% of the cent, let's call it, and a cent, that's where my first price target is. Okay. Now, can we go higher? For sure. How high can we go? I don't really know. But to be honest, if we do get even to, 2 cents in the next couple of weeks, if Bitcoin moves up, and we do need a Bitcoin move, that will be good. And anywhere between 1 and 2 cents, we're going to get somewhat of a larger sideways move before a potential move higher. Now, everyone is going to ask me, but Jomo, we can we get a 10x? Is a 10x still possible? Whatever. Yes, of course, right? Of course, a 10x is still possible, but I'm not going to bank on it. Okay, I am not going to bank on it, because to be honest, no one knows the future. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stair step my way up. I'm going to take a trade as big as I can. I'm going to take profits, and I'm going to sell. I'm going to leave a runner. If it goes down, I'm going to sell the runner. If it goes back higher, builds another step in the way up, I'm going to, at the breakout of that stair step, I'm going to add back everything back. So I'm going to trade my way up, whether it's to 1 cent, 2 cents, 10 cents, no idea. No, really, I don't even think we need to know that, because I think it puts your focus away from the real goal, which is just to take the profits as long as the money is showing you that you can take it. And believe me, I've seen people falling in love with coins and just not being able to sell at any point, and eventually they roll all their gains back down and more. And of course, they added on the way down, they bought the dips, they did all the classic mistakes, and eventually they stopped and get held with a huge loss. That's not what you want to be doing. We want to be taking profits, adding if you can, taking profits, adding if you can. That's how you trade professionally. You trade precision. And remember, if you want to, maybe retire early, just like say here, you need to join the VIP. Now, I can't promise that for sure, but I can promise one thing. We're going to give you the best service possible. You will never miss a ZBCN trade. And again, if you want, all you need to do is use this coupon code, summer sale, and of course, scan the QR code, come visit us on our membership. You are not going to be disappointed, because our service is just elite level service. We're going to see you there. We invite you there. Happy bull market. Remember, This is the last stage of the bull market. You want to be taking profits, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be the last one standing in the party. Till next time, no edge, no trade.